What is happening, YouTube? How y'all doing today? It is Wednesday. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. My name is Joe, just your average Joe. We've got a few sales to go over. Sales have picked up a notch since I've started the new marketing promo and sales discount. So definitely helping out a little bit. We've got a few comments to go over, not a ton, and that's about it. I got a situation on eBay that I have that I'll share with you guys, but nothing major. If you haven't hung out with me before, I've been reselling full time on eBay for about 8-ish years, give or take. But I've been buying and selling stuff on eBay since 2000, so been around quite a while. We've got the scenario I'm messing with right now with eBay. I had sold a old new stock or new old stock, yeah, old like 20 year old CD changer, old Sony CD changer, and it was brand new in the box still. I think I picked it up for like 20-30 bucks. Guy bought it for like $340. He messaged me yesterday and he said he went to have it installed at a local shop, and it needs an FM transmitter. So I looked through the instructions online, and I see that there is no FM transmitter. It only has the cord that goes to a Sony receiver that has the functionality for the uh, um, CD changer functionality. And this is old school. So this is 20-ish year old, the 22-year-old CD changer. So there's not a ton of how-tos online. There's not a ton of YouTube videos about it, or any of that nature, any of that kind of stuff. So I sent the guy back a thing, and I said, well, hey, looking over the instructions, it shows here that you have to have a Sony head unit that's compatible with this CD changer. And he was like, oh, well, they said it needs a FM transmitter if I don't have one, because I don't want to get a new CD player for my vehicle. And I'm like, so I kind of messaged him back, and I sent him the instructions and showed him the instructions, and that it clearly says that it needs a compatible. It only has the one wire that connects to the CD player in your car. That it has to be a Sony compatible CD player that has the functionality for the CD changer function. So it's not even every Sony. It's a specific Sony in-dash that has the functionality for CD changer capability. And I'd imagine this is going to also be a 20-ish year old head unit as well, right? Because they probably stopped making them at a certain point, and they're not compatible, the new stuff, with this thing. So in my mind, I'm like, why would you buy something for that much money that you didn't know would work with your vehicle or your in-dash or your CD player? Like, when you buy something that old, you want to, like, just common sense, do some research, make sure it's going to work with your setup. You know what I mean? So he wants to return it now, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? That's a huge sale, number one, and number two, like, it's been taken out of the box. And so I know technically I do have free return set up on my stuff, but I messaged him back and said, it's kind of not cool that, you opened it all up now, and you didn't do the proper research to confirm that it was going to be compatible with your setup, and now you want to return it. I'll certainly accept the return. However, you're going to have to pay the return shipping, and I am going to deduct the original shipping off of your purchase. Now, some customers can say, F you, no, I'm calling eBay, blah, blah, blah. This guy was actually cool about it and was like, that's fine. I don't mind doing that. It was my mistake. So, I'll go ahead and send it back to you, and I was like, cool. So he's going to, on his dime, going to send back the unit, and I'm going to deduct the original shipping as well, and send him back. I think it was like $20 some to ship it, so I'll send him back like $320 or something. I sold it for $340, so I'll send him back like $320, and he's gonna send ship it back to me on his dime. So it sucks, but luckily he's willing to at least eat the shipping both ways, because it was his mistake. I would say he's a good customer. I would do the same thing if I didn't do the proper research and then come to find out it's not going to work. It sucks, yes, but it's technically on me. I'm not buying from Amazon or excuse my language, or Walmart. You know what I mean? Where you can just return stuff and all day long and use it and return it for a full refund. Like, we're independent sellers over here, so it definitely is a bit. I don't have a write-off account where I can just write all this stuff off like Walmart and Amazon and these other places do. I don't have a wholesale place where I can just dump this stuff somewhere and write it all off. And anyway, that's nor here nor there. That's another conversation. But he's been very gracious and willing to do that. So that's awesome. Again, he didn't have to do that, and he could certainly call eBay and say, hey, this guy's trying to make me pay for a return, and I would have to eat the return and the shipping and all of it, except for the original shipping. I could still deduct the original shipping when I get it back. But that's part of doing business. So kind of a shame that it's a big sale that it's going to go. Hopefully I can kind of put it all back together in the box, and it basically, hopefully it still basically looks all brand new, and I'll still do new in box or like new in box, and sell it again for maybe, 250-ish or something like that. Maybe even 300 again, possibly. Because he said it wasn't installed. They just took it all out of the box, and we realized that they need an FM transmitter, and it only had the one cable. And then we went down that rabbit hole of what I just mentioned. So, so like I said, hopefully I can resell it. It sat for a while. And so, maybe like 2 months, 3 months, maybe it sat for a while. So it's probably going to sit again. I did have a couple watchers on it. So hopefully I'll put it back up like new in box, old stock again. And, like new condition, I'll put in the thing, no FN transmitter, or I'll just put in, you have to have a compatible, I didn't know either. But I also, it's in the instruction manual. So, I mean, before you buy something that old, I mean, I know I would do research and confirm it's going to work with my setup before I just buy something and hope somebody can put it in. Anyway, that's not everybody thinks the way I do, and that's fine. But again, it is what it is. But that's my situation. That's what's going on. So I'm just waiting to hear back from him for tracking return to me. And then once I get it back, I'll refund him, put it back up on eBay. And hopefully I can get, like I said, 250, 300 out of it again in a few months. So that's all I got. Let me make sure this mic's on. Cool. So we have a few comments. All right, we have a few comments to go over. Nothing crazy. And then we got like 6 sales to go over. And there'll be another short video today. I don't have a whole lot going on. Don't have a whole lot to go over. So first comment is Big Bo from B-Town. Big Bo, appreciate you hanging out and appreciate you commenting again. Been a minute since you commented. What's up, Joe? I've been buying $5 shirts from Goodwill and flipping them for $10 on eBay. I'm probably making 80 cents a shirt. I need to stop doing that. Well, number one, if you scroll down to your purchase on your iPhone or on your phone, and you scroll down to your purchase, it'll show you after the shipping and all that what you net and what your actual profit was after the fees and all that. It'll show you, which is nice. So you can see exactly what you make on that. But I'd imagine you're probably making like $1. Yes. Not the best pickups unless it's a volume play and you're doing like thousands of them. Then maybe it's a it's a good deal. But yeah, I would say probably don't do that. Don't do that. If anything, go to yard sales, pick shirts up for $1, flip them for 10. At least that way you're making like 10 plus shipping. You might make like $7 give or take off each shirt, $8 maybe. 7 give or take off each shirt. That's not terrible. But again, that's also goes back to, that's a volume play for sure. Like you got to get lots and lots and lots of shirts to make it worth your while, in my opinion. So, kind of like video games. Like I just put 30 video games up this morning. I'm finally starting to list a little bit. I'm going to try to get a fire under my butt today and put another 20 or 30 games up today. Cause I got probably 300 games, if not more. I could make more than that, probably 400 or 500 games that I'm sitting on that I could get up. But my goal today is to get up probably another 20 or so and try to get the wheel turned. In fact, I just put it up and I probably undercut it by $1 or $2, but it is what it is. Left 4 Dead was one of the items that sold. I literally just put it up 15 minutes ago and boom, it sold already for $16 plus shipping. I probably could have had $16 free shipping. It doesn't have the manual. So I probably could have went $18 and got it, but sometimes you leave a few bucks on the table. It's gives somebody else a good deal. It is what it is. But anyway, so Big Bo from B-Town, again, appreciate you hanging. And yeah, I'd probably stay away from the shirts. I mean, Goodwill, you can find some good stuff, but it is rough. Margins are slimmer for sure. And they're always that diamond in the rough and that gem. There's things you can find there for sure, but that's not my cup of tea. I'm not a huge Goodwill guy. Winston Wolf says, yo, Joe, the show. Welcome back, Joe. Love your style, man. Well, Winston Wolf, man, I missed you, man. You haven't commented in a while. Thank you, sir. Thank you for hanging out and replying or commenting rather, and appreciate you. Thank you for the support. All you guys, for that matter. Thank you for the support. We're kind of stagnating. My viewership on the channel has been going down lately. So I don't really know what to do about that. And then I've also noticed that we've been pretty stagnant with new subscribers. We've been sitting right around 585 for the past like 4 days. So I don't know. I mean, I know putting better titles up to catch people, the clickbait stuff. I'm not the best at titling stuff for clickbait. I just kind of put whatever on the title, and I probably should try to do a better job on maybe looking at other content creators that do what I do, their titles, and use those as clickbait and stuff like that. But I just don't. So I know that will help get more people watching, is just that title a lot of times. But nor here nor there. We're still getting close to 600, so that's a good thing. And then G Nestor, been a while. Appreciate you commenting, G Nestor. G Nestor says, let me comment or reply to you real quick. G Nestor says, hey Joe, going back to the label printer, I use the Rollo wireless printer. It works well. 4x6 is plug and go, but for any other small sizes, you have to install the driver, which is super easy. I have mine right near my Wi-Fi modem for no signal interruption. Nice. Yeah, well, that's another good one then. G Nestor, if anybody's, in fact, I'm going to do clickbait on this one. What type of printer should you use, label maker or printer? And maybe that'll get some folks clicking on this. But I would say thermal printer for sure. Now, which one you want to go with? The other guy yesterday mentioned, I think, an HP, if I remember correctly. G Nestor is saying a Rollo. I use a Dymo. I mean, I'm going to advocate for Dymo just because that's what I've spent my money on, and it's been working for sure. I've been using it now for about upstairs for my helmet business. Been using it up there for 4+ years now. I just started using it for my eBay business because I used to do the printer old school, 2 labels on each piece of paper, and old school printer and ink cartridges and all that kind of stuff. Let me make sure that's not my mail lady. So I just switched over to the Dymo probably about 7-8 months ago now, 6 to 8 months ago now, if I remember correctly. Back maybe actually not even that long, March, April timeframe. So I don't know, 6-ish months now. I've been using the label printer down here. I have it hooked up to my computer. The downfall with the Dymo, I would say, for convenience, depending where you're using it, would be it does need to be hooked up. I'm sure they make wireless ones, but mine is not a wireless. The 4XL Dymo is not a wireless one, so you do have to have it hooked up hardwired to your computer, and it spits them right out. I've yet to have any issues with either one of mine. They are a bit pricey, is the other possible downfall, because I know you can get thermal printers cheaper, but the Dymos, mine I believe is the 4XL. Yeah, the 4XL. I mean, I can't complain one bit. It's pretty much plug and play. Never have any issues. So there's that. Outside of maybe being a little expensive and not having the Wi-Fi. I used to do print labels for my phone because I have a wireless printer, and that was convenient. I could just do for my phone, but it's actually easier to do it, do your bulk labels now, because I used to do it one by one and send them to my printer, pack one, send it, pack one, send it, pack one, send it, label, send the label. So I'll pack an item, send it to the printer, pack an item, send it to the printer for my label. And I used to do it that way, one by one. This is the way I do things now, is more efficient. I pretty much grab all my items, I pack them all up, I keep them in order, and then I go to my labels, and it's as I'm going, I weigh, because I have the screen up for the weights. So as I weigh, I update the weights for things, and then at the end, I just basically they all stay in order. So that way, when the Dymo's spitting it out, it's just like boom, 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 boom. It's all in order basically. So I don't have to worry about what goes where and what's what. And it's just bulk label. You just hit it one time, hit print, and then boop, they all pop out all at the same time, which is nice. So definitely save some time from the way I used to do it. But again, to each his own. I did it that way for years, like years. It's a long time. I spent lots of money on these labels. In fact, I got a whole stack of them still, the dual page labels for a printer. I've got a whole stack of them because when I switched over, I hadn't used them all up. So yeah, I got a bunch of them. Now what I use those for is if I need to cover up like if I've got multiple labels on a package that I got that I'm reusing. Normally it's for like on a box or something. If it's got multiple labels on it, I use those to just cover up the labels. So I don't use them very often, really hardly ever. So eventually they'll get used little by little by little. But at this point, that is my mail lady coming through. So I'm gonna have to ask her if she can circle back when she gets up to my house. But let's go over sales real quick. Appreciate y'all once again commenting, and hopefully that helps anybody that's new and wondering what type of printing stuff to use, the label makers are also way cheaper. You don't have to worry about ink, and you don't have to worry about like you get like 200 is it 200 I think labels to a roll, and you can get like a pack of like six, was it 1200 of them, because you get a pack of 6 or a pack of 12 or however many you want, pack of 2, but there's like 200 labels per roll. You know, the sheets I was getting was like 2 labels per sheet for a printer, and it was like 200 labels per package or something like that, and it was just as expensive, you know. So you're getting like 4 times 5 times the amount of labels in a little label roll than you are on those printing sheets. So anyway, so that's that. All right, sales. Let's go over sales. First thing, we had 6 sales for a total of, we had a pretty good day. Only 6 sales, but we had a pretty good day. We sold some systems, which is nice. So 6 sales between yesterday and right now for $389.43. So not too bad. Not too bad. First thing that sold, well, let me pull it up real quick. First thing that sold was a Xbox 360 bundle with the Kinect, like 10 games. I'm not going to pull it out. 2 controllers, 1 wireless, 1 wired, Kinect. And like I said, like 10 games. And that went for $108 plus shipping. Right after that, and this is right after I put the sales promotion up and sales discount, I got these hits. So hopefully they kind of keep coming. Because I did do that yesterday. I ended it the night before. I ended the promotion, the marketing promo and sales discount. I ended, and then yesterday, I don't know, probably around noonish time, I relaunched the sales promo and the marketing promotion and sales discount. I run them together, and that within an hour of doing it, I got these 2 hits. Now, granted, I haven't gotten since, but you know, it's eBay, but I am getting some hits and I am seeing some more traction, so that's nice. Some more offers and things like that. PS4 with controller, bunch of games, 500 gig, sold for $153 plus shipping. The crazy thing is that was on a sales discount for $144 for like a month and nobody touched it. Then I ended the promo. I'd had 15% on it. Then I only did 10%, and somebody bought it for $153. Weird, man. eBay's weird. Let me go tell my little mail lady to come back. 1 second. Hey, you mind coming back? Oh, I don't know if I've ever said this before, but it's awesome to have a good mail person. My mail lady is amazing. She'll come back for me. She's been my mail lady for probably 10 years now, and we do take care of her at Christmas time. I usually get her like a gift card of some sort and some cash, just to say thank you for the year, because she puts in some work sometimes for us, and is willing to do that. She's willing to come back after she goes through half of the route, and there's a couple other neighborhoods right next to us, so she'll go through those neighborhoods and then she'll come back. Usually it takes an hour or so, so it gives me some time to, like in this case, to get the stuff packed up and out for her. So she's awesome. Again, it's great. It's good to network with your mail folks, including your UPS drivers and your FedEx. I don't mess with FedEx very much, so I'm not too connected with my FedEx driver. But I do have a couple of my UPS drivers that I'm pretty cool with, and we shoot the breeze, and because they drop off. UPS drops off all my football helmet stuff. So again, I'll go ahead and promote my football helmet room on Facebook Live. If you like football if you like football and you like sports memorabilia, you'll see stuff like this. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a plug for my football helmet room. Dan Marino. So on a football helmet, autographed by Dan Marino, it is certified. There's the hologram right there. It is certified by Racky Sports. Racky Sports is the company we work with down in Flowery Branch area. I think they're in Brazelton. Is it? Well, in the Flowery Branch area. They're still in that area. They got a newer location they've been at now for about, I don't know, 2 years or so. But we've been working with them for 6 years now, pretty close. But anyway, that's where we get the bulk of our inventory. The other part of our inventory we'll get from Fanatics. I'm sure you all have heard of Fanatics. If you haven't heard of Racky, I'm sure you've heard of Fanatics. So, but check us out, BTG East Coast on Facebook. It's a private group, so you have to ask a request to join. And we do have a public page, which I do go live from the public page as well. So if you don't want to request to add to get into the group, you just search for us, BTG East Coast. We do have a page. And like I said, every night, probably around 9 o'clock Eastern time, you'll catch me on there almost every night. So anyway, if you do want to join the group, just put down that you're coming over from YouTube. And if you have any questions about how anything works, it's kind of like raffle style. It's breaks. If any of y'all know what breaks are, but it's like a raffle style for those that don't know what breaks are. So you pay X amount of dollars for a spot, and you could win a helmet like a Dan Marino. I think that's like a $750 football helmet. That one's a Speed replica. And then we also have Speed Authentic helmets that actually have the pads in them. And then we also have Speed Flex helmets, which are the newer helmets that all the guys wear. So we have pretty much a bit of everything depending on, what price range or what you want to, what you're looking for basically. But anyway, that's just throwing a plug out there for my sports memorabilia room. Again, that's on Facebook Live. So there's that. So let's keep going. So we went over the two systems that sold. The next thing that sold was Mario versus Donkey Kong. A whopping $9 free shipping for DS Mario versus Donkey Kong. It sold quick. I just put it up the day before yesterday, and it already sold. So there's that. And then Mario 3 on GBA sold for $19 plus shipping on that one. Had a model open box but complete for a 1970 Chevy. That sold for $20 plus shipping. And then I had Left 4 Dead, which I showed earlier, game only, no manual, sold for $16 free shipping on that one. So again, total was $389.43. The two big sales were the two consoles, and yeah, so there's that. So that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. If you enjoyed the video or enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. That's the best way to show your support. And drop comments as well, especially if you're new to reselling or been around reselling a while, have any questions, specific questions. I like to cover more things. Our comments have been a little slim lately too. So any questions you guys have, feel free to drop them in the comments. I love to go over stuff and give you my perspective and drop some nuggets along the way and help you guys out along your journey. I mean, that's what this is all about, is helping. I don't do this just for me. It is nice to talk about what I've got going on, but because my wife don't want to hear it and stuff, and my kids don't want to hear it, but none of my friends really care about reselling. But there are a lot of people out there that do, and there's a lot of people out there that are doing it, and there's a lot of folks that have questions on how to do stuff. And I've been doing this a long time, and I'm just, again, your average Joe trying to make it. But I certainly can share my experience and try to help you along your journey as well. So or maybe give you a different perspective, or like the label printing on, instead of doing on printer, you should go thermal, whatever, use 3-inch tape. I will say that since I'm on printing, or since we're on the discussion of printing, and now we're on, packing, 3-inch tape, a game changer. 3-inch tape is a game changer is all I'm going to say. So just things like that, you know what I mean? So anything I can help along the way, that's the main reason I like to do this. So again, drop those comments. I love to go over them and talk about stuff, dive in on certain topics that you guys have questions or concerns or just want to know more about. So enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your Wednesday. I'll be back today's Thursday. Today's Thursday. I said Wednesday earlier. Today's Thursday. So welcome to Thursday. Let's rewind real quick. This is all raw and unedited. So I think earlier in the video I said welcome to Wednesday. Today's actually Thursday. So if you watch this long, it's Thursday. I might be back tomorrow. Again, we're heading out to Yogi Bear Park Friday, Saturday, coming back Sunday. It's our last hurrah camping trip for the summer. There is a tropical storm in the area, so I'm not 100% sure that we're going to go, but we're about 80% sure we're still going to go. So I may not do a video tomorrow, and if I do, it'll be early. And yeah, so there's that. So anyway, if you don't see me tomorrow, then I'll be back on Monday showing sales from basically today through Monday. I'm not going to put the store in vacation mode either, because I'm heading out Friday. So I'm going to pack and ship everything that sells between now and tomorrow morning, get all that packed up and shipped, and then basically nothing has to go out until Monday that sells Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm not going to put the store in vacation mode and sabotage myself basically again. So I'm going to keep the store off vacation mode now at this point for a while, all through the probably until the June again. At this point, I'll need, well, I don't know, we might have a trip in December possibly, but either way, not going to worry about vacation mode at this point. So that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you subscribe, and we will see y'all on the next one. Bye, everybody.